The treble crochet stitch is one of the essential stitches to know when you're starting out because it's used in so many patterns. It's very useful. One of the beginner patterns that it's particularly used for is granny squares. So I'm going to show you first of all how to make a treble crochet in a straight row of stitches. So you start off with some chains on your hook. I've got 6 chains here ready to go, and then we're going to be working across this row here. To get up to the starting height, we need to make another 3 chains, and what this does is these 3 chains will count as the first treble crochet, and it just takes us up to the working height needed. So 1, 2, 3. So now what we've got on our hook is we've got 3 chains here, which count as the first treble crochet, and then the next chain is the stitch that these chains have been made into as the first treble. So we're going to ignore this stitch and we're going to be working into the next one. So to make a treble crochet, we're going to yarn over before going into the stitch, and then we're going to go into the stitch, into the V, making sure that we've got the 2 loops on the top and the 1 on the bottom. Yarn over and pull that through. We've now got 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through the middle 2. Oops, there we go. And then we're going to yarn over and through the remaining 2. And that's your first treble crochet made. So we've got the 3 chain here, which acts as the first one. Then this is the first true treble crochet. So if we continue across, we do yarn over first, then we find the V and go into the stitch, making sure we have the 2 loops on top, 1 on the bottom, yarn over and through that stitch, pulling up the loop. We've got 3 on our hook. We go yarn over, pull through the middle 2, yarn over again and pull through the remaining 2. So it's yarn over, into the stitch, yarn over, pull that loop up, yarn over through the middle 2, yarn over and through the remaining 2. Again, yarn over, into the stitch. This is the last one here, so it can be a bit tricky. There we go. Yarn over again and pull that loop through. Yarn over through the middle 2, yarn over and through the remaining 2. We're then at the end of our row. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to turn our work so that we're ready to go back the other way. And again, what we need to do is make a chain 3 to bring us up to the correct working height for the stitch we want to do, which is a treble crochet. 1, 2, 3, and we're ready to go again. So remembering the 3 chain you've just made count as the first treble crochet stitch in here. So we're going to work into the next stitch. We go yarn over, into the stitch. Remember, we've got 2 loops on top, yarn over, pull that through. You've now got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, through the middle 2, yarn over, through the final 2. So, there we go. Crochet stitches, yarn over, into the stitch, yarn over, pull that loop up, yarn over, through the middle 2, missed that bit, yarn over and through the final 2. Okay, to make treble crochet stitches into a ring, you need to start off with your ring. So I've got a 6 chain ring here. You could also use a magic ring. Quite often if you're doing granny squares, it'd be a 4 chain ring, so the hole will be a lot smaller in the middle, but I've just made this a little bit bigger so you can see what is happening. We're going to get this tail end of the yarn out of the way, get it over there. Now to get up to the height, working height for crochet stitches, you need to make chains. For treble, this is 3, so we're going to make 3 chains, and this will count as our first treble stitch. So we're holding on to the ring here with our thumb and middle finger, just to keep it steady, and we're going to chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3, and that. So we've got 3 chain here, and that counts as our first treble stitch. You want to try and keep these chains quite small so that they stay the same height as a treble. If you make them too big, it will look a little bit odd. Now we're going to make our first proper treble crochet stitch, and we're going to do yarn over. So that's around the back and then over the front, right to left. And then we're going to go right into the middle of the initial ring we made and yarn over again and pull that loop through. So we've now got 3 loops on our hook. Again, we're going to yarn over through the middle 2 loops, yarn over, oops, just lost my, yarn over and through the bottom 2 there. Now what we can do is, now we've got our first chain 3 here, which counts as our first treble stitch, and then we've got our first proper treble stitch here. We've got quite a big gap in between them, so you just grab hold of the ring with one thumb finger, and then with your other hand just get to the base of this treble crochet stitch you made and just pull it around the ring to bring it close to the bottom of the chain stitches. So you can see they're together now, and this just give it a neater finish. So we're going to make another treble. We're going to yarn over into the ring, yarn over and bring up that loop, so that's the loop we brought up, yarn over through the middle 2, yarn over and through the middle 2, and again we can just move that one round, keep it all nice and tidy. So we've got our chain 3 beginning, which starts as our first treble crochet, and then we've got another one, so we've got 3 treble crochet there. This is where, if you were making a granny square, you'd then put in your chain stitches to make your corner, and then you do another group of 3, but I'm just going to continue around with the treble crochet. So we're going to yarn over into the middle, yarn over and bring that loop up, yarn over through the middle 2, yarn over and through the last 2. So yarn over into there, bring the loop up, yarn over through the middle 2, yarn over through the bottom 2. And again, you can just pull them around, make them all nice and tidy, and continue around until you've got the number you require. And that's a treble into a ring.